Welcome back to Season 8 of the MCSR Ranked Playoffs. This is day 2. We've had 3 games, and I have a tab open that is playing my audio, and I would like that to not happen, so I'm going to move that around. Beautiful. There we go. Okay. Anyway, we're back. It's me and Parker commentating. And Parker, we have a great matchup between 2 runners who have been in the scene for like almost 5 years each. Maybe over 5 years, actually, for both runners, maybe. At least for Feinberg, I think, for sure. I mean, what are you looking forward to in this matchup?
All of it. I don't know. Anything and everything. They're both just like titans of the game. I really like the Infume storyline where like did he even play before like 3 seasons ago or something? Or he wasn't like
No,
at the
like,
top level.
didn't play ranked at all. Didn't play ranked at all.
Okay, yeah. But he's just like he just came onto the scene. He got rank 1. You know, last season didn't go his way. This season he's still ranked 2. And I'm just very interested to see a close, good game between 2 top level runners, you know?
Absolutely. And before we get to see the top game that we're all waiting for between these top 2 runners, have you guys missed the silly little content? Because, oh boy, do we have some silly rank content for you between Infume and Feinberg doing a bunch of little mini games between each other, like mental mini game things. I don't know exactly how to describe it. I haven't personally seen it, so I'm very excited to watch it. I think that's why I had the tab open that was playing audio, because I'm just like ready to watch this. But we're going to go show you guys some very silly content between Infume and Feinberg before we get into this matchup between them.
This is wavelength. Infume's going to pick a number 1 through 10. I'm going to have 3 questions to try to figure out the number. Number's going to be on the screen right now. Close your eyes if you want to play along with us. Here we go. Question 1. Give me an item that you would find in your inventory during speedrun.
I think I'm gonna go with obsidian. I think that's
Obsidian. Okay. I feel like that just has to be a high number because I feel like you'd say like Eyes of Ender if it was like 10. But Obby's got to be up there. Obby's got to be like 9 or 8 or something. Okay. This might not give me that much info, but.
there goes Feinberg.
Did you hear my second question?
All I heard was this might not give me enough info, and then
yeah. Give me a Bastion route that you would do in like a ranked run.
Dude, honestly, the difference between RC and ranked is like, oh jeez,
crazy different answers.
Yeah. This might be a troll, but I want to say triple to gap when it's divorce double triple.
Okay, that's some info. Okay. Let's say you're entering the end first. What 0 tower would you be?
Ooh, I think it's a good answer. I think just say front 94, open front 94.
That's so good though. So many of the basic zeros are just like so easy.
Yeah.
It's hard to like is that different than you saying front cage? Like probably not. Obby's like a 9. That 0 answer is like a 9 or a 10. But why would you say divorce double triple instead of just saying like single triple? Like what? There's just no way Obby's an 8. There's no way that it's got to be 9. It just has to be 9.
There you go. 9? Yeah, it's 9. It's 9.
Oh my god, yes. Now we're playing Guess the Mob. I chose 1 mob out of these 10. Infume's gonna have 3 non-Minecraft related questions to try to figure out the mob that I chose. Let's get into it.
You know, although you don't have your license, would you feel safe on the roads knowing this mob was at the wheel?
I'd feel really safe, yeah.
Okay. Golem seems way too big. I have like actually not really any no's. If this mob were in school, would they be turning their homework in on time?
I think you'd be getting some submissions that are late, but it's always a work.
Okay, I just want to ask a question. I think it's funny how it sounds. Does this mob resemble characteristics and traits of Jesus Christ? Do you want me to like say why I'm asking that, or I just want to get like...
Sure, you can elaborate your question.
Okay. I'm just saying, you know, is this mob like a shepherd type of, you know, like...
I think I see what you're trying to ask. Yeah, I think this mob does a pretty good job at these sort of Jesus Christ tendencies that you are maybe trying to ask.
So because that is your mob that you selected a wandering trader.
It is, yeah. Yeah.
So I learned something from that, Parker. I learned that I'm never giving Infume a microphone for anything for ranked ever again. That's what I learned from watching that That's what I learned from watching that thing.
Hey,
What was
to
it-
be
what was your
fair,
favorite-
like makes sense. He was on the line of the Wandering Trader.
He was on the line. He's definitely on something between that. I mean, I don't know what they were on. There's no universe. Like if we're doing like betting lines, like if the over under is that was recorded at 3:30 a.m., I'm probably taking the over. Like that's like a 4 or 5 a.m. situation
my
for both of
gosh.
them. I don't know what was going on, but I mean, wow. I mean, what a better way to introduce these runners for what I'm expecting to be quite the matchup between these two. I mean, let's just throw it over and then we can yap about these guys. I mean, best rank time 6:52 for Infume, 9 wins to 3 losses over Feinberg. I mean, these stats are pretty overwhelmingly in Infume's favor, I would say. But Parker, I mean, Feinberg is Feinberg. Like, what else can you say?
That's a great point. I think like confidence wise, I know Fine has said he gets nervous in this sort of thing, but he does just like have more experience than Infume. But at the end of the day, I think it's just gonna be a fun match between two friends. You know, that little video there. There's some good laughs. You know, at the end of the day, we're playing a game together. We're watching together. We're having a good time. You know, that's what life's all about.
Absolutely, 100% agree. What do you think the more important player spotlight stat is on either side here? Do you think it's the LeBron Leve fan on the Infume side, or do you think inventory of crafting tables world record for Fine really brings it home for you?
You know, personally, you know, I did a video on like inventory of like blast furnaces, so I gotta go inventory of crafting tables. That's just like funny, goofy. Um, that's
true.
what I'll go for. What about you?
I mean, I listen. Infume has competition on being the #1 LeBron fan. I mean, I'll just say that. Like, I listen. Unless Leve is sponsoring the tournament, like I'm not really invested in the Leve arc for Infume. I'm much more invested in the LeBron arc here. I mean, both accomplishments on both sides. I mean, like you could definitely make the argument that Infume is just the best pre 1.9 player of all time. Like, I don't know if it's like universal, but definitely in the conversation. And I think the thing that's been most interesting about Infume's kind of arc and rank is how he's so adaptable at so many different skills. And I think that's his biggest strength as a player. But I would also argue, Parker, that's probably Feinberg's biggest strength as a player, is just being so adaptable to so many situations, being able to think on the fly. Like both of these players have such a similar thought process and play style, but they express it in different ways. For Feinberg, it's through all advancements mainly. And for Infume right now, it is through ranked, which is, I guess, what we're playing. So maybe that is a little scary for Feinberg.
Yeah, I think that's a phenomenal point. Infume still didn't he have second place in AA at some point? Or like he's also
I think
been
Infume might also still be second place in A.
Okay, yeah, so he's also like really up there.
I don't know. With
Yeah,
Thunder, without
right
Thunder, it gets like a little weird. I'm not fully up on the AA with Thunder, without Thunder
Yeah.
leaderboard. Infume is like 4th, 5th, 4th. Okay, chat doesn't also know, so that's great. Not
Okay,
second
that's
anymore.
okay. That's okay. Ranked wise, though, I think Infume does just like have the better stats. You know, he's in a better position. Obviously, he's ranked 2. Feinberg is rank 9 or 11, something like that.
Rank something. I mean, also, why are both of them in the chat right now? Like, can you guys lock in? Like, I'm just gonna ice both of you for even longer.
They're having a good
like,
time.
I'm just gonna ice both of you for longer. I mean, we're not supposed to go for 20 more minutes. Like, I could yap for a while. I mean, let me tell you. Okay. All right. Anyway, here's the
Don't
next
push
him. I mean, these are some pretty good stats from Infume. I mean, 843 Ruined Portal is obscene. Like, I think that's the fastest average time we've seen of anything. Like, that is absolutely ridiculous. And sub 10 on everything is incredibly impressive.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing some good stats on Feinberg's side too, with a lot of 6, but like not a single 70, and Infume only has all but 70%. That's just like a little bit scary if you're Feinberg. You know, the stats. I know Feinberg's a stats guy. Like he has some sub 10 averages, but Infume only sub 10 averages and a sub 9 average. That really is insane.
Yeah, and it's not even like it's it's 858, it's 859. Like 843 is crazy. Feinberg saying in the chat, didn't look at these beforehand. Maybe that would have helped a little bit. I already know what the bans are. I mean, we can just throw it over to the bans. Let's get these guys out of the chat room so they actually can focus on their match. Because I know what the bans are, and I'm very curious to see what everyone's opinion is going to be on the bans. Because I mean, looking at these stats, I mean, Feinberg 68% win rate on Desert Temple, his best by far. 60% win
Mhm.
rate on the two things that aren't, or on the all the seed types that aren't ocean. Meanwhile, Infume has 70% on everything except for the one seed type he has a sub 9 in. Like, I mean, that's tough. That's just tough. I mean,
It really
it's
is tough.
Infume has the stats of like, I don't want to pick anything. I think it's one of those things where you just want to pick what you're maybe most comfortable with. And Feinberg bans Desert Temple. So let's just get it out of the way. Feinberg hates Desert Temples. I'd like that to be shown on the record. And Infume banning Village. So we are going to be going to double Ocean Seed and Ruin Portal. Parker, what are your thoughts on that?
Honestly, I've never been a huge fan of like the stats. I'm kind of the guy that's like, let's show up and play it. Maybe a little bit iffy, like if we get some weird Ruin Portal, I like it from Infume starting off strong with that. Like, I still can't believe that average. That's insane. I
It
think
is,
it's gonna
like,
be
I
a
mean,
good pick from Infume.
You got to be feeling good. Like, I'm starting on Ruin Portal. I'm gonna, hopefully get a sub 9. I'm going up against Feinberg, like feeling good. Like, especially I think this first seed for Infume, I think is so important because of what happened to him last season. Like losing when you're the one
Yes.
seed, coming back now, this first seed, you really want to get off to a strong start, especially against someone like Feinberg. You don't want to give them any leeway because Feinberg could just like dominate. Either of these players could end up dominating. I mean, we've seen 3-0s like every seed. So I mean, it would not be uncommon at all for what we've seen today. You really want to get off to a good start if you're Infume, and we could see that here with the Ruin Portal pick.
Yeah, let's see a 2 on the board. We've only had 3s and 1s.
Yes, that
Looks
is
like a
true.
solid Ruin Portal.
It is.
Axe?
Looting. Let's
No
see it. I
food.
don't know.
Is it
I don't know
looting?
what it is. I didn't actually see. It's knockback 1. Very useful enchantment. Very impactful. And we're already seeing both these players pretty much playing a little bit differently actually at the start. I mean, Infume getting the cows first, Feinberg getting the wood first. Going to go for the cows now. Don't really think it ends up being too much of a different play. I think I've heard like the micro is you want to go for animals first because animals start to wander away because they just pathfind around, but they spawn together normally like a little bit more clumped. And Feinberg killed
Oh.
the cow.
Yeah,
to
maybe
get
if he went for
raw
animals first,
food.
that would have happened, That really is the only
Yeah.
decision there. Because Infume is already on the fortress at
Oh, this is a
46 seconds.
I mean,
And
this is a
sees the
pretty good
Bastion.
seed. Like, I
This is a
see the
pretty good seed.
Bastion. I see the fort. Feinberg's me entering here. We have 5 stake for Feinberg. Not exactly sure how much we have on the side of Infume, but I would assume it's similar. This is a nice looking stables. It's very open. Even if this side of the stables isn't a triple to gap, it looks like it is because this isn't a section you can tell on the left side here if there's like a giant like crater in the wall. But even though it is like buried by the terrain, I'm not really seeing that here. So I think this is a triple underneath the or a good gap, excuse me, underneath the triple. So runners will be able to go for that, but they need iron first, and Feinberg getting the iron to do so, as well as Infume from the triple.
Yeah, maybe this is slightly better for Feinberg. He checked an extra chest, although Infume might just go out that direction, start his route, go through that chest to pick it up. So maybe slightly different, but both
Yeah,
getting the
trying
iron from the
to.
chests.
I mean,
Oh,
so many
pigs.
piglins.
And it looks like it. He gets that chest, dealing with these pigs pretty well. He's just got a whole fan base chasing him, letting in the
Yeah, and he's going to go
pigs.
for the double gap here. Also, a great mine through
Oh,
to
damage.
get a piglin. Very low. Feinberg going for a similar route. Also changing difficulty. I don't know actually how much that matters. Very interesting there. Didn't see Infume do that. We could see maybe a potential difference in pigs. Feinberg also getting low,
my.
having to eat. And this is now a thing where, like, both players, like, there could have been maybe a little bit more of a food advantage, but Feinberg taking so much damage and also having a stray piglin down here, not helping at all. And we could see the difference in food now. Infume 6 stake, Feinberg only 3.
And I think that's going to be the big storyline for the seed. The fact that he didn't get that cow off Feinberg early on, that could be the entire thing. Maybe he has to hunger set. That's like just that little amount of time can really matter.
I mean, absolutely. This is really tough for Feinberg to make up that food. I mean, we're gonna have to pro the fort. It's very open terrain. There's a piglin down here, and Feinberg is dead. Oh no, that is a disaster. And we're immediately going back. I don't know how much.
It's
how are we
not
getting back?
terrible.
Did we
I
not
mean-
have to boat down? Oh no, because they took different terrain. So Feinberg went up here. Infume boated down. I was looking at the Feinberg or the
Yeah.
Infume side of things. Is going to be able to pillar up here, but is slow, Parker. I understand the reason to like, I want to go back immediately. I want to make it happen, but like, I feel like just punching like 3 logs just to have something to go off of just makes your life a little bit easier here because you're going to take so much damage getting back as well, and you don't have a lot of food in the first place.
Yeah, like the only thing I could see is like maybe you've got all in the trading, so you want to get it into Nether as fast as possible to like start loading that. But like I think it would just be better to get a couple logs. I mean, he had to mine 3 planks anyways. He's now just building up with planks. It's awkward. He doesn't have gold armor. Meanwhile, Infume is just in the fortress at like 3:30. This is a
It
fast
has
seed.
been in the fort at 3:30. At the spawner, 3:45. And the thing is, yeah, sure, Feinberg has some trades going on, but the piglin in the hole that killed him is going to have all the gold blocks that he just mined. And look at how many crossbow piglins are mad at Feinberg. Like, oh my goodness, has to place a block over the head, has to deal with this guy somehow, has to literally punch it out. Does end up doing so and gets all the resources back. But again, this is a commanding lead for Infume over, I would say, like a minute and a half or so ahead of Feinberg. Just so much time lost there. And again, someone like Infume who is super consistent and especially now gets to play a little bit safer knowing the lead that he has. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, this is what you want if you're in Infume's position. Do you remember? Did last season did Infume get 3-0'd or did he just lose?
I'm not sure. I want to say it was 3-1, but I could be wrong.
Okay,
But
okay.
yeah, 3-2 actually, 3-2. Thank you, chat room. Didn't
Okay,
have it in
okay,
front of me.
3-2,
3-2,
3-2.
yeah. So I was gonna say I didn't think it was a 3-0. We're seeing Feinberg now get the resources, a very clean inventory. This is the thing. I want to try and point out some differences in the runners. Something to watch out for at all times. Watch Feinberg's inventory. It is, in my opinion, the thing that allows him to keep competing at this ridiculous level for as long as he has, because his inventory management from playing all advancements is so ridiculously good. But not going to help
But he's
right now
taking
because Infume is
damage.
blinding.
And he only
And
has
taking a lot of
16
damage.
obby too. He's getting bounced around. He's getting a 3. It's so bad.
It is
He's
so
on
bad.
the
Checking
same
his
food
chest
as
now.
Infume, but a whole split behind.
Yeah, this is not great here.
And is he playing
Leaving.
home portal?
Can
Looks like he's
home
playing
portal.
home
Yeah.
portal. Not terrible. I mean,
Ooh.
you spawn on the fortress, so it's definitely it's got to be the good play here because maybe he lost a gold block to the piglin incident, so he just like
I mean, it's
can't
not
get those
horrible.
trades.
Like, Infume went so far for where the spawner was compared to where the home portal is. So Feinberg is gonna have to go. Like, I mean, we see where Feinberg has to go in this fort. Like, it's all the way down this way, then it's gonna be all the way to the left. So he's gonna try and throw a pearl hang to his portal, which is not a bad play at all, but just it's just a little bit awkward. It's not exactly how you want to play these seeds. Gonna open the door for a little bit more silliness potentially in the fort, getting all the way down here. Well, Infume just gets to play a much more standard seed and is leaving to go to the stronghold at the 6-minute mark with a great pearl hang. And Feinberg now has to try and find the spawner on low RD. Thankfully does.
Yeah, so I mean, it's looking like Infume's gonna be winning this seed, but again, stuff can always go wrong. It's fast though. Infume building his portal sub 630.
I mean, if Feinberg can apply pressure, like we talked a little bit about the metagaming in the Fulham segment before. If Feinberg can apply a little bit of pressure, maybe blind, maybe force Infume to try and go for the 0 cycle, because right now, if you're Infume, like, why would you really go for it? You know, like if it's a hard 0,
That's
you're not going to
true.
push yourself to do that. I mean, obviously, if it's super easy front, open 94-0 or something like that, like, sure, you're going to go for it. But if it's a back 0 or something, if you can apply that pressure to make it a little bit more challenging, maybe that's what you want to do. It is going to be a back 0. It's going to be a low first pearl, but it is a very easy tower. And this is something that Infume should feel incredibly comfortable with. Just going to head to 80 or 95 probably here. Just call it nice and easy. And this is looking like Infume is going to be able to take this first seed.
Yeah, beautifully set up. He has the health. He has the explosives. But
And
the
the dragon flies! I mean,
so, like, the door maybe is a little bit cracked.
It's really hard to get to 99 on this 0. Like, really, really hard to get to 99 on the 0. So I don't think Feinberg is going to be able to do that. Now, obviously, maybe somehow Infume's PCA explodes and we mess up the 1 cycle. But, like, we have... Wait a minute. How many beds did we use?
Explosives.
We have 5
4
explosives.
beds, one anchor, so we should be fine.
Yeah, I think five explosives is totally fine. I was like looking like when we had to place the crafting table, I was like, wait a minute, like are we actually fully fine here? But we are. Feinberg still needs 1 more rod, potentially gonna get a perch soon for Infume, but just gonna kind of stand back. Knows that the dragon flies on 99 again, or knows the dragon flies on 95, excuse me. Can kind of metagame this a little bit again, and it is something where Oh, it looks like the dragon's just going to perch. Doesn't even matter what I'm about to say because this should be a seed 1 for Infume.
And a very solid time. Mid 8 minutes. Beds look great. Oh, the damage. Actually, okay, maybe
I
beds
mean,
don't
we
look great.
made
Maybe
it.
I'm, maybe
It was
I'm
for the
he's
content.
typing lol in the chat, but it shouldn't
It was
matter.
for the content. It
It's
was for the
fine.
content. It was a beautiful one cycle. I mean, listen, these top runners, they don't really even know what a one cycle is anymore. They basically just do zero. So sometimes it gets a little bit silly, but hey, there we go. We got done there. And I mean, pretty quick seed for both sides. I mean, it would have been a little quicker if the zero was doable, but I mean, yeah, like 1 minute Fortress Enter, 123 Bastion Enter for Feinberg. But unfortunately, not too much else because of the death.
Yeah, kind of just hard to see, like, was it close, was it not? When you have a death in there, it's just like kind of everything's out of the window. Nether Enter, the Fortress Enter, literally the exact same time. Oh wait, no, but it's just weird because you spawn on the fortress, so it's just
Yeah, you
like
spawn
it's
on
just
it,
so hard to tell
exactly.
based on these stats.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, though, I will say, I think Feinberg has one of the better mentals in MCSR. I think that has been one of his biggest strengths over like the years, improving on his mental. I think this is something where losing this first game, you're probably like, all right, I died, you know, awkward seed, whatever, like didn't go my way, can kind of bounce back into this. I'm very excited to see how he does that. And what we were talking about with Infume, like getting this first seed on the board, especially after what happened last season, has to feel great to get a sub 9 on the first seed.
I totally agree. I mean, starting off really quick, you've got the momentum going, and we've seen it in so many of the matches. Is it going to be a 3-0? Maybe. I'm hoping for not a 3-0, but he's got
I'm
momentum
hoping not
going.
a 3-0 as well. Feinberg's got to lock in. I mean, he's been doing about as much complaining as us about the 3-0. So if he wants to make it not happen, it's now, it's literally in his hands.
It's in his hands. It's in his hands.
It's in his hands. Feinberg, you need to make it so that we don't get another 3-0. Let's figure
see
it
it.
out.
Give us some quality
Lock in.
content.
What's the seed type going to be? We're going to pick shipwreck. Feinberg did say when we were on the seed, seed stats screen, Feinberg did say, oh, I didn't realize my buried treasure was that bad. So maybe that's why Feinberg is picking shipwreck. Is going to take that pick.
Makes sense.
Going to see how it goes. I mean, shipwreck is one of those seed types, Parker, where a lot of variance in not only the iron, the resources that you get for tools and stuff, but also the variance in food type we could see on this seed.
100%. You can even get some quirky stuff like a TNT. We saw that, I think, day 1 of the match.
Yeah, we saw, I think, Loki and Beef Salad like craft a TNT, so you can get it or you can get gunpowder. So it's very interesting.
And it's like the same deal with like searching a magma ravine as the BT, but maybe find just a little bit more confident with the awkward food situations or lower food. Maybe it doesn't really matter. Regardless, we're going to be playing it in just a few seconds.
Yeah, absolutely. Very excited to get into this seed here. That means the last seed will be buried treasure. Feinberg. I mean, I always find it interesting when we go to like the ocean seeds here. Like I think that there is like I don't know the right term, but like I think it is very different to play an ocean seed in your head in the overworld compared to playing something, especially like a ruined portal from the last seed. So a good mental reset for both runners here. Let's try and stay locked in for Infume. Try and forget about the last seed for Feinberg. And here's the shipwreck. We'll see what the resources are going to look like from Feinberg first. And that's a lot of iron.
17 iron.
I mean, that's shears, that's everything, and pretty good food. 11 bread from a shipwreck is pretty solid.
Yeah, this is one of the better shipwrecks you can ask for. I don't see any kelp floating on this. A ruined portal. Oh, maybe there was a ravine off to the left. I can't tell if that was a ruined portal on Infume's screen. Have you seen maybe there's some kelp?
I haven't. I'm actually trying to figure out what is on the cape of Infume right now. I know it's normally LeBron in some capacity. I cannot tell what LeBron it is currently. I'm assuming it's LeBron. I don't know if anyone is familiar with what is on the back of Infume's cape right now, but I cannot tell what it is. Is it the bang emote? Is that what it is? Is it the bang emote? Oh, that's awesome. It's the 17 me. It's the one of LeBron going like this, and then boom! It's that one.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what's on the back of Infume's cape. Anyway, back to the game. Sorry, that's my fault. Both runners heading to a ravine over here. Dolphin actually for Infume. Yeah. I mean, this ravine looks pretty far. I mean, it doesn't even look that great. We'll see if it is real. It is for Infume. And the fact that he got the Dolphin there is going to be a nice boost over Feinberg. Is going to get down here now. But I mean, Infume again, like this is going to be like a 10-second lead entering the Nether, similar to last seed.
Yeah, but we might be able to see here if Feinberg doesn't die, we'll be able to see really how close this gets. Maybe he can make up some time elsewhere. He's down a little bit here, especially when you're playing the rank 2 player. Not great. Don't think we've seen a fortress yet. Interesting
No.
terrain. We have a Stables Bastion.
Very open terrain as well. I mean, this nice little pathway to get there. I think I just saw the fort on Infume screen for a split second to the left, but I could be wrong. It could just
Beautiful.
be silly bitrate. But this is a really nice looking housing bastion for Infume. Very open. I don't know if it's going to be
Oh my gosh, I called it a
man-huntable.
Stables again. I'm trolling. I'm so
Oh,
bad.
it's
It's
okay.
okay.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You're on a long break from speedrunning. It's okay. We'll get you back in the bastion lab.
Yep.
We're gonna be doing top down here. Again, a little bit awkward on this lava. It's not gonna be lava housing per se, but definitely a situation where you don't want to get your piglins caught in the lava. You don't want to accidentally get hit into the lava. So just be very, very careful of that. Both runners taking a different approach to this top section. We can see Infume towered up a little bit more, avoided going through the inside of the bastion, while Fine did kind of
Mhm.
take the terrain that Infume was going on now. And Infume is going to be starting here a little bit quicker, again, just due to entering the nether faster. And this seed is pretty linear so far, especially if that was a fortress in the distance that the runner saw.
Yeah, I know all of those top chests had no guaranteed obby. In ranked, you're guaranteed 5 obby in one of the bastion chests. So it's not a bottom double. It could get a little bit interesting, having to go out into the manhunt section. If it's not in that easy chest to access, maybe one player finds it and the other doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
We'll
I mean,
see.
if I made up a little bit of time here, but not anything substantial. The main thing
Mhm.
is going to be, how do these runners manage the inventories? This is a moment where Fine can get a little bit more into the game here if he's able to do so. But Infume also very skilled at that. It's one of his strengths as well as a runner. We're going to see the pre-craft stuff start to come through. There's the wool craft. Have we even checked this chest yet? No, we're going to check it now. How much obsidian are we looking at on the side of Infume?
0.
We have 7 total. I mean, that's not a lot. It's just from the top. I mean, rank trades will probably be enough, but it could get a little bit awkward potentially. We're going to see here
Mhm.
when Infume checks the trades, kind of what we're looking at. But again, Feinberg's inventory, so much more organized already. Obviously, hasn't checked all the trades yet, but is going to be able to check everything a little bit more smooth, a little bit more clean. Infume only at 16 obsidian. We're waiting here.
17.
17. I mean, is Feinberg going to be in the same boat here?
I'm
Having
gonna
to
be
go down to
checking the
the loot
manhunt
now?
chest, I
Yeah.
think. If it's not here, this is where it can start to get dicey, Maybe you see a chest that your opponent doesn't. Do we get obsidian? And we get obsidian. We're at 21. So now Infume can leave. Feinberg also checking the same chest, also gonna be at 21 obsidian.
Dude, I think Feinberg actually made up quite a bit of time just again on the rough inventory management. Both players leaving.
Yeah.
I think Feinberg's pearls are actually a little bit better here, but takes a
Oh,
lot of damage on the tree pearl and is going to be a little bit slow to regen because of it only being bred. And because of that, Infume back with a 15 or so second lead, but Feinberg not far behind, entering the fortress now. It could depend on how the strays go for Infume. Lowers the render in the Soul Sand Valley. I'm looking for the spawner on the side of Feinberg. I don't see it exactly, and Feinberg has to deal with 3 Wither Skeletons that Infume did not see at all.
yeah, maybe it pays off if Feinberg can get a lot of strays, but it's not what you like to see. It's always better to have that blaze spawner just blaze bedded for consistency. It is a good fortress though. Like, we have some Soul Sand Valley. We're over lava. We could get a lot of good strays. See, Infume, he was at the spawner and deciding to play for strays. I think he's on like 4 or 5 rods. He gets another there. Another there. These are good rates, Curry. I think
Yeah,
he
I mean,
might just be fully able to go out. It looks
that's
like
not what the
Infume playing
Feinberg
this
believers want to
phenomenally.
hear. I mean, yeah, I mean, Infume played this phenomenally. 5 rods. We can spend this time just pre-crafting everything that we need, organizing our inventory, getting our bed set. We don't really need to blaze bed at this point because there's so many more consequential things we can do for this end game when we only need 1 more rod. Is going to craft everything, is going to start set up the portal, and is going to be leaving and has blazes to kill when he goes back through to the nether. Meanwhile, Feinberg also caught up with 5 rods and is going to be crafting his explosives now too, and has blazes to go for 6 before blinding. It's actually much closer than we may think, Parker.
I completely agree, especially if he gets it right here. No, still on 5
Oh
rods. Not
no.
sure what the rates are like. He has another here. It's a double spawner, so
It
rates
still doesn't
probably don't
drop.
matter a ton.
I
And
mean,
maybe
I don't know how
Infume
many
has killed a
extra.
couple
Yeah,
since.
I don't know how many more Infamous kill, but I mean, these might not drop for Infume because of what we just saw on the side of Feinberg. Is this going to drop?
No,
No.
he's got 2
But
more.
2 more blazes. I mean, Feinberg killed 4 and none dropped. And it's the same for Infume. So Infume has to
Wow.
wait here. They're actually even on blaze kills, I believe. So Feinberg has to go back through here. The spawn comes through for Infume. Feinberg, the spawn comes through for Feinberg as well. Which rod is going to drop? Infume's drops first. Feinberg has to kill at least one more blaze. There it is. Feinberg now leaving, but Infume had a phenomenal pearl hang and is going to be able to overlap crafting the last 2 Eyes of Ender while navigating the terrain. I'm not sure exactly how far the stronghold is, but Infume's building portal now.
A little bit awkward having to break some of these warp blocks. Is he getting hit? What's he getting hit
And
by?
has a piglin as well. Like getting hit by a piglin, a little bit awkward. Gets it sorted with the Crimson Pig. Hits the piglin as well. If there's a sword guy coming through, no, it's just crossbow guys. But Feinberg having to deal with a hoglin.
Feinberg has a
Hoglins don't like
hoglin?
portals. And there's a mine shaft in the stronghold.
my.
So this is not free nav. I do like the spike on the side of Infume. I'm curious to see if it ends up working out, though. Feinberg getting a similar spike. Infume not figuring out how to get to it. Maybe this way. This looks good. The light's there. It's the portal room for one of them. Feinberg needs to lock in and find it now. It is this way. It's to the left, but Infume's going to be entering the end, and it's open.
Wow. They made very similar decisions there, but it's just coming down to this micro. You know, only a couple. Infume going
Infume's
to
going to be
zero.
really low on this pearl. Infume
Oh my
is
gosh,
really
low
low
health
on this
too.
pearl, and it's going to be 95 universal side setup. I think this is a really tough 0 for Infume. A really tough 0 for both
I think
runners.
he should be okay. I think we have a good amount of explosives. This should be a great double bed. Dragons at less than half health. Can also get a double bed here for some great damage.
Oh yeah,
And
this
he
is
just
nice.
needs
No,
one
it's
more bed to finish it
C103.
off.
It's a pretty standard 0, and Infume is not going to hit it. Infume's not
Wait,
going to
what
hit it.
happened? What happened?
It wasn't enough damage. Kills it now, and I think Infume still wins because
Wow.
the recovery explosive. That got so scary. Infume should still win, and Feinberg's Dragon had to do an extra rotation anyway. But Infume
Wow.
almost making it
Good end
a
fight.
very different set going into the third game. But wow, that was an unreal backup save on a very low dragon to keep himself in the lead with a 2-0 series lead so far. Wow.
And it looks like a lot of that seed just came down to the enter. You know, there's only 2 splits that were above 10 seconds, all very close. And like Infume, like what, got a dolphin, so maybe he's slightly faster in the overworld.
Yeah.
They like Feinberg made up 4 seconds on the entire like nether split.
Yeah, I mean,
5
that's
seconds.
absurd. That's just absolutely absurd. Like, that's just crazy to go from entering the nether, entering the end, 4 seconds of difference. We did see a little bit of variation with finding the stronghold, but that was mainly because of the differences in how they played that fortress. And that was a very difficult fortress to play. We didn't really get to touch on it because it was so quick. But I mean, it's so difficult to pre-craft everything, manage strays and a spawner and build your portal and organize all that in the amount of time that these runners did. But now, I mean, Parker, it's 2-0. It's not looking great. It's not looking great for any game 5 believers here. Infume is now on match point against Feinberg to win his first ever match in playoffs.
Yeah, Infume has been pretty commanding with this. You know, Feinberg died the first seed, so that's kind of over. This one, Infume just was ahead on all the other ones, so if he keeps up at that same pace, like, I mean, 3-0, Feinberg, come on, it's in your hands. Let's see a match 5.
It's quite literally in Feinberg's hands. I mean, what's it been? 7 years since Feinberg uploaded a YouTube video. Maybe this is the arc. Maybe this is the arc. Like we go down.
Yeah, you start down,
2-0.
sort of like the Jumper Who arc in mid-off.
Yeah, exactly.
You start down so you can have a good video.
Yeah, bring it back, and now we're gonna get a Feinberg YouTube upload out of this. Like, I see the vision.
All the way
I
and
see
wins the whole tournament.
Absolutely, yeah, 100%. So, I mean, we're gonna see what the third seed type here is. Feinberg, Buried Treasure. I mean, this is something that I think Infume is going to be a lot more comfortable with. It's probably why Feinberg picked Shipwreck on the last seed to try and get that win in there, because Infume plays a lot more RSG than Feinberg does. But with that being said, Feinberg has been playing a decent amount of RSG recently. So we might see that coming into play a little bit more. I mean, when these stats were collected in season 8, Feinberg hadn't really touched any percent in a while. So maybe the recent kind of surge of playing any percent will help Feinberg out a little bit here. But I mean, again, Buried Treasure Overworlds, it's less about maybe finding the Buried Treasure for these top runners and more about making sure we see the ravine, we see the enter. And if Feinberg can maybe not enter the nether 10 seconds behind like he has the last 2 seeds, I mean, put himself a little bit more in this position. I mean, that's the difference between winning and losing on that last seed for sure, too.
Yeah, even if he only it's down 6 seconds, you know, would have tied up the seed last time. Maybe this is his sleeper pick. Maybe he's been training in his off hours, grinding out RSG, preparing for this very moment, Curry, because
I think
he's
so.
pushed up against the wall. This is where
Let's
we need
lock
to see
in.
it. Can Feinberg turn this around and keep himself in this tournament?
I mean, that's what I want to see. I want to see at least we get to a game 4, a game 5. I mean, I want to see both of these runners do well. I mean, we both know both of them pretty well. I want to see a good game between the two of them. Let's see how this game goes in this third matchup. BT pretty self-explanatory here. Infume deciding to stay on the terrain while Feinberg decides to swim a bit for it. I think this will work out a little bit better for Infume. And there it is. Also Kelp on the side of both runners. I'm assuming that Kelp is going to be real. So both getting it around the same time.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit more of experience on Infume's side, saving seconds, just being able to run on the land. I did see Kelp, but I'm not sure I saw. Like, was there magma at the bottom? I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I didn't.
It probably
exactly.
is. It looks like good kelp, but like the terrain just didn't look that great.
I
We'll
100%
see.
agree with you. Like I didn't see like any magma and stuff, but like the way the kelp gen and stuff, I was like, that's probably real. We're seeing a pretty standard crafting from everything. I mean, I thought Feinberg was doing this pretty quickly, but I mean, Infume's just already gone. This kelp is going to be real. It looks like Infume is committing to it. And yes, it is a real magma ravine. So this is going to be what the runners are going for here. And it's a very fast buried treasure enter. I mean, Parker, this should be a ridiculously fast seed. I actually don't really know who this plays into a little bit better. I mean, Infume's PB is like 652. Feinberg's is 723. So maybe it favors Infume a little bit. And there's the chalice. I mean, this seed looks like it could be absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, very linear seeds. Quick here. Not a ton of. So,
oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh! There was. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! That would have been the biggest like throw. Oh my gosh!
I mean, wow. I mean, I know Infume loves LeBron, but let's not shoot a 3-pointer like that, please. Like, let's really not do that. Oh my god, it's a little scary there. But we're both at the chalice. I mean, Infume doesn't have to deal with the gas that Feinberg's dealing with right now. But that is just a crazy, like, I mean, obviously you don't die from that, but that definitely gets your heart racing if you're Infume.
Yeah, hopefully it gets your heart racing in a good way. Maybe gets more blood pumping. You lose a little bit of food, maybe a little bit mentally shocking. Looks like Infume is still pretty locked in. I think it was just unfortunate. He had he ran out of a stack of blocks at like the worst time, and then like an accidental like block over just fell down a hole. Yeah, but now they're close. Like Feinberg, that allowed Feinberg to make up a little bit of time, both playing the same route here.
Yeah, a little bit different variation on the DK, but pretty standard stuff from both sides. No weird beef salad, mind the block, punch a piglin hole. Pretty standard stuff here on the side of both runners. Now, I haven't seen a fort, but that doesn't mean these runners haven't seen it yet. I think I might have even actually, now that I say that, I think I saw something slightly to the right, but I could be totally wrong with that. We're seeing a good bit of obby already from this double. I mean, with the ranked obby trades, it looks like this could be something where we don't even need to check the other side. Feinberg is just going to be straight up Pyrain for the fortress. I think he knows the direction, so that's going to be good. Another gas on the side of Feinberg as well. Having to deal with so much more like random garbage on this seed so far than Infume. Mods, can we get like at least a gas on Infume's side so we can kind of bring this to a seed 4 a little bit? But Infume going to be checking the trades now. Feinberg going to be checking the rest of his trades soon. Is going to be able to leave pretty much soon and should actually just be out in a second here.
Oh, no, just getting a Pearl Hang. Maybe Infume like saw the fortress. I don't think he did any pyring, so maybe he has a bit more information, but is now just going to be out. Hasn't crafted like an iron axe or anything. Splashing fire res. Good decision. Don't want to die in lava.
Out. Feinberg also out. Another gas on the side of Feinberg. I mean, I don't see the fort. I mean, Ames is at the spawner immediately. This is a 3
and there's a second spawner.
Activating both at the same time. The one difference, though, Infume hasn't crafted an iron axe yet. Now, it's not a big time loss, but assuming the rates aren't like flawless, we're going to be in a kind of a predicament here where we're going to have to craft another one at some point. Also, very curious to why we're not playing the other spawner. Like, it looked like there were still blazes on the other side. Maybe those just spawned in. I'm not exactly sure, but Feinberg activating this one. I don't think he saw the other one yet as well. So maybe just going to be playing the spawner. Infume already having 2 rods, obviously having killed a little bit more blazes. And what is Feinberg going to be doing to try and make up time here? Having the 2 strays here in this hallway is definitely a help, but Infume already has a blaze bedded spawner.
Oh my gosh, and he's getting even more strays down here. Yeah, it's a bit interesting. They're both running a little bit low on
building a portal. Feinberg is just building a portal.
Okay, how many?
So Feinberg just has.
Oh my gosh,
I think
fighting demons.
I think
to build a portal.
No, Feinberg has 7 rods. Feinberg has
Wait,
7
what?
rods,
How did he get
Parker.
7? Wait,
We
Infume only has
blinked.
4. What?
We blinked. Feinberg got so many strays, played the first spawner, went to the second one without either of us realizing, and now Feinberg is in a commanding lead, and we're so back. The script writers have decided maybe the 3-0 isn't in the cards. The measuring's happening at the exact same time, but Feinberg has the rods that Infume doesn't. This measurement needs to lock in for Fine. Do we have to throw a second eye? No, don't have to pick it up because we got 7. There's a sheep in the nether for Infume. Can't get the food. Oh my god, does somehow
There's
get the
another
food.
sheep.
There's 2 sheep. Oh my goodness.
You know, this is good news for Infume. I'm not sure how far the stronghold is. I don't think either player has their Ninja Brain bot on screen.
No, we gotta
far,
actually get
that's
them to
definitely
lock in
gonna
on that.
favor Infume. I mean, both purling the same direction. I don't think we're gonna have any mismeasures here.
No,
But
but I mean,
Feinberg,
on
I don't know how he made up time there. Like for a second, I thought Infume maybe like just passed a couple of blazes because he like pearled to the second spawner.
I think Feinberg got
Like,
way
I just
more
don't know.
strays when he originally entered the 4 than either of us saw. I think that's what ended up
Mm.
happening here. I mean, both runners are heading towards the courts for this. I actually think that this food from Infume is actually a massive time difference that we're seeing. I mean, they're building the
Oh
portal
my
at the same
gosh,
time.
this is
They
so
are
close.
both gonna have
And
to
it's
hunger
sub
reset.
6 stronghold curry. This is fast.
Yeah, it's a very, very, very fast seed. Infume being able to throw
Ooh, good
pearls a
spike.
little bit more aggressively because of the mutton saves a lot of time. Also having a gold pickaxe over Feinberg, which could also save time. And they're committing to different directions. Feinberg, nothing. Bat. This is not going to affect the preemptive. Nothing here. Is this going to be it for Infume? Going the same direction.
This is
Feinberg
the
finds
final.
it. This nav seemed a little bit awkward. I'm not
Just committed
exactly
a little
sure where he
bit
needs
better
to
to
go.
that spike. Infume got the spike first, but decided to backtrack for half a second. Backtracking again. I think it was down that
Beautiful
same
eyes.
direction. And Fine is now in. This is a fast seed.
This is a really fast seed, and
What's the
Infume
zero?
can't find it. I mean, Feinberg has 75 beds in his inventory. Like, this is a completely free 0. If he's able to get there, 94 has to do universal side setup, I think, here. This is going to be a little bit tough, but again, the fact that we have so many explosives here, this also is technically ranked PB pace for Feinberg. Has to load the crossbow, gets the thing down, gets a good double bed. I mean, these beds aren't amazing, Parker, but we have so many explosives. The problem is not going to be the explosives. It's going to be, is Feinberg going to have enough health to get all these explosives off? And there's one more bed to go.
Oh my gosh.
And there it is.
Not the cleanest 0 ever, but maybe a ranked PB. I think he had a ghost crossbow for half a second, so maybe missed up on like damage he
Did
was
have a
really
ghost
relying on,
crossbow.
but gets it off.
Is not going to be a ranked PB. It's going to be the same time, I think. Oh, it is ranked PB according to Feinberg. I thought it was the exact same time. I thought his other one was 723. Maybe he knows the decimals, and this is a faster 723. But that is incredibly impressive.
Wow.
Locked in on a seed. And also, again, remember, had to deal with the 2 different gas in the in the bastion. Definitely, like, did not have the easiest path to get there. But look at how close this seed was at every point up until the stronghold. And that nav for Feinberg really locked in, allowing him to tie his ranked PB.
I mean, I'm just saying for the YouTube video, this is pretty good. Like,
It's really good.
That's
for
a
the YouTube
great way
video.
to come back. You know, you're down 2 seeds, hit a ranked PB against Infume. He just played the fortress so well, and that really showed.
I mean,
Not that he even like was ahead by a ton, only 2 seconds, but he just committed to that spike a lot better than Infume and just found the portal room. Infume didn't.
I mean, yeah, that was great. Really good job to trust the nav. I think that's actually something that Feinberg does really well compared to other runners. Like, I mean, we talk about hesitation, but a side factor of hesitation is like the trust that you have in the plays that you're making. I think Feinberg really never is second guessing himself on any plays that he makes, like really feels confident in the decision making that he does. And that's because he is one of the best decision makers in the world in this game. So that is just really impressive. I mean, it is funny though that it's a 9-bed. I mean, how often do we see a 0 cycle that takes over a minute? I'm looking at enter to end 620, match win 723 is pretty funny. That's pretty rare that actually happens. But I mean, listen, if it works, it works. I mean, it's a tough 0 as well. Like, I want to see anyone in the chat laughing at Feinberg for doing a 9-bed there. That's tough, especially in a tournament format like this.
True. Yeah, you can only laugh if you could actually hit that 0 level. You know, we're still talking about the upper echelon of gameplay. You know, even though it wasn't like a crazy 3 rotation or anything, he got it off. He got to the side setups. He did some crossbow beds. Well played by Feinberg.
Absolutely. And now we're listen. I'll say it for the chat. We're now in a situation, Parker.
Yep.
We're going to a game 4. We didn't do that a lot today. We haven't done that a lot today. We're going to a game 4. It's going to be great. Now, what is your prediction for this? Do you think Infume's going to take it here, or do you think Feinberg is going to send it to a game 5?
I think I gotta say, like, I'm a YouTube guy for the YouTube video. Feinberg,
figure it out here. Come on. Definitely want to see Infume do good, though. Like, again, like, this guy's second ranked seed. I want to see a great game. I don't want to see any deaths. Feinberg got the only death. We can laugh at Feinberg's death. Let's have that be the only one. Let's see a great game 4. And it's going to be really interesting because the bans are off the board. We're going to Ruin Portal. I was really hoping for the Desert Temple pick. I was really hoping for it, Parker. That would have been great. I mean, if you're Infume, though, you're feeling good. Ruin Portal, you got a sub 9 on the first one. Yeah, I mean, I think I agree with you. It definitely makes sense.
You know, this is the redemption for Infume. If he wins this, he's not going to be out in the round of 16. He gets to move on. This is the Ruin Portal with his sub 9 average. You know, his last seed got an A4. Honestly, all these seeds have been phenomenal times. I think this is a really good setup for Infume here, though. I think he has a great shot at taking it home.
Listen, if you would have told me that the Feinberg Infume matchup would have sub 9, sub 9, sub 8, I don't know if I would have believed you. But we're seeing some really awesome gameplay from both of these runners. I'm very excited to see what this Ruin Portal is going to look at. I mean, the last Ruin Portal was pretty solid. Can we hopefully get enough iron in this one? Maybe we can get some looting 3 like people are saying that they want in the chat. I mean, maybe we get a sub 6. We go from sub 9 to sub 8 to sub 7. Who knows?
That would be kind of cinema, you know? And then the last match, let's just get a ranked world record while we're at it.
Yes.
You know, keep
Piglin from half court. Bang! Cuts lead to 42. Thank you, Oliver, for getting that on the broadcast. That is a phenomenal meme reference. And we're seeing here 20 nuggets. So not enough for anything that we want iron pickaxe wise. But we do have some pretty good armor. We have a gold axe, which is always nice. We do have a village, but I highly doubt either runner is going to be going to the village for any reason. And we're just going to be going over here on Feinberg's screen to get wood, get some animals. Looking pretty good on the side of both runners.
Yeah, honestly, I was liking Infume's decision to get the cows sooner a little bit better, but Fein did just get a really nice batch of pigs. They were all really close to each other, very speedy. Maybe he's in a slightly different position where it's harder to get trees. Yeah, because Infume's just going to be entering here, so a little bit faster. But I think, no, Feinberg has even less food, so it was better to go for the cows. 8 steak versus 6 pork chop.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty big difference there. I mean, we're also seeing not only the difference in food, but I mean, the difference in entering. I mean, Infume's going to be in, again, like 10, 15 seconds faster. That matters with how close these games have been. These runners seem to be on the same level right now, but Infume just really commanding on the overworld right now. And I think that might be because of how much Infume plays ranked and how confident he is in his own gameplay right now.
And really putting the pressure on Feinberg. You know, you've come off a new ranked PB, but here you're just like 30 seconds behind on entering. That's not going to feel great. And I think it was just that decision of where to get animals ran a little bit farther for wood, and it's just a little bit slower.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And again, we're seeing a similar to the last game with Silver and Aquacord. We're seeing a bridge bastion with no iron pickaxe. So it's going to be really awkward for these runners to have to go to the chest, then go back to the chalice, then go back to the chest to trade again. And Infume is going to see if we can get a little bit lucky in this single chest, get the iron that we need. We do. Also, double types of obby as well is really nice. And Feinberg's, again, like, this is a pretty commanding lead from Infume only 2 minutes in, Parker. It's going to be tough for Feinberg to get back into this, I think.
Yeah, not giving him any space to breathe, having phenomenal movement there around the trees, and even just getting to the bastion. I like the decisions that he made here. Feinberg going to be doing the same chest as Infume, but like 20 seconds behind. It is double single, so we'll see what kind of routes each player runs.
Yeah,
maybe
I also
you make
really
up a bit
like
of time
this.
there.
Yeah, maybe. I really like the axe craft from Feinberg as well. Just like pre-firing that, has it ready to go. Like that could be nice.
100%.
Like maybe we're gonna kill a hog here as well. Like Infume gonna try and go for the right side route. Are we gonna see a triple? I'm not exactly sure. No, it's double single. I can see it on Feinberg's screen. So gonna have to go down here, do the pivot route for single. Infume digging down, gonna switch to hard mode, try and get as many piglins to fall down as possible, and is gonna be able to check this chest, mine this gold block, and get as many piglins into this hole as possible. While Feinberg is actually going to opt to do single DK route here.
Yeah, so we'll see which one ends up being a little bit faster. Infume digging a couple more blocks than I typically see with this route, but he's got a lot of pigs here. He's at the chest that he needs to get the check last. Maybe it doesn't matter a ton because we've already got the obby,
Wow.
but Feinberg is at the chest that he's already checked, so he's not going to be getting as many resources. Yeah, only getting arrows and like a chest plate from there, so it probably doesn't matter.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, I think it's very interesting that like the nice thing I guess about double singles, we saw Infume kind of just be sitting in that hole for a while. Like, you don't really have to take so much time to check the chest. You can kind of spend as much time as you want, like getting as many piglets as possible, because that is really the bottleneck here, especially on a double single situation,
Mhm.
especially if we did already see the fort. So I really like this play from Infume. I think it's better to do the route that he did compared to Feinberg, but curious to see if that ends up actually being the case in practice rather than just in theory. But it looks like Infume is going to be able to leave here very shortly once he gets the 20th piece of obsidian.
Yeah, and one thing I think I saw Fine mine some backup blocks as he was on his way back to the trading hole. So that was an interesting play. I don't have we seen the fortress yet? I forget.
I think we saw the fort on the enter. It looks like Infume is just heading over there, going to mine a little bit more wood first. Again, Feinberg's inventory looks beautiful before picking up all the items, but it doesn't matter much when Infume is just leaving to the fortress. And again, another fast seed. This is going to be a 430 fort enter for Infume, basically. Feinberg still has to check trades. Maybe can leave and be a little bit better positioned with Pearls leaving here, because it is back towards the direction that um, like Feinberg's rampart
Like he's
is.
on the right side
Has
of
a
the
nice,
bastion.
yeah, has a nice pearl hang, and that is going to make up some time on Infume. Maybe it's going to be tough to find the spawner here because it is a buried fortress entering from different parts. This is the variance that Feinberg needs to get back into this game, Parker.
100%, and we've seen it matter before. Infume's still looking for this. Looks like he's
Oh my God, we're
mending
mending
his
the gold
axe.
axe.
That's awesome. That's awesome. He's been making great use of that axe, getting a couple more logs on the way to the fortress because he used up all of his dark oak making his route. Double
Really
blaze
like
bed.
that. I didn't realize that the axe was mending when I had mentioned the Feinberg axe craft. Yeah, I mean, Infume keeping the mending gold axe, it's just quick, it's fast, it's really nice to have. It's nice when you're crafting, nice for anything that you need to really do. Feinberg just now finding the spawner. It's the same one as Infume. It's going to be tough to make up this time against Infume with so much linearity here. Maybe Infume has to throw a little bit more eyes, but Feinberg definitely not in the driver's seat right now compared to Infume. It's going to be tough to make up time with this little left in the seat, especially when it's match point for Infume.
100%. I mean, we've seen Feinberg make up time in this matchup, so he's going to need that to happen again if he wants to stand a shot against Infume. Infume already at 5 rods, Feinberg at 3, and behind on the crafting.
Yeah, behind on the crafting as well. That's the big thing. Like, Infume can make the gold pickaxes, can craft all the explosives, already did. Building the portal now. Feinberg still having to kill all of these blazes. Maybe is like a rotation ahead, or like maybe kill the stray. I'm not 100% sure. At 5, no. So he's just a raw, like full 40 seconds behind potentially on the spawner cycle, depending on how long it takes for this next one to spawn. There is a blaze, a 2 spawn for Feinberg. Is this going to be enough? It is. That's 6 rods. Do the eyes break on the side of Infume? I'm not sure he's picking them up. So no, they don't.
Both are fine.
It's not going to be a situation where Feinberg needs to break it, or to mine any more, or to kill any more blazes, excuse me. But also didn't get the boat eye off in the portal, so has to do it now. Infume should be getting the rod off of the second blaze. He is, and is going to be leaving to Cords now.
Not giving Fine any time on that eye split. Nothing went really wrong. Fine also throwing 2 eyes, so it's probably going to be pretty similar times there. We are in a basalt, so if you make a wrong decision terrain-wise, you could get really punished. Even if you have the gold fix, you can't instantly mine if you run into just some nasty basalt. So we'll see how Fine manages it differently from Infume.
I mean, I thought Infume had made a mistake, but this actually looked like really good terrain nav once he got to the high ground here. Feinberg taking completely different terrain, I think, much lower at the start here. Infume is now low, like now, after getting through all of this. But Feinberg looks like taking much different terrain, much more open terrain. Even though the terrain that Infume took was good, I think the terrain that Feinberg took was perfect. And now, look at this. I think Feinberg's actually closer to the courts. They're about 10 blocks or so off. I don't know which one is actually correct on the Z-axis. It looks like Feinberg is a little bit closer. I mean, they're going to be building the portal at the same time. Infume gets the first obsidian off just a bit sooner. But Feinberg definitely close enough. If this nav is close, like, we need to see Feinberg nail this nav here. What's it going to look like for Infume? No immediate spike at all on the side of Infume. Is it any different for Feinberg?
Maybe
I'm not seeing anything either.
No. So same situation.
For Infume, and there's the portal.
Infume sees the portal.
And I don't think Feinberg went this direction. Or I don't think Infume yeah, I think Infume and Feinberg went totally different directions. This is not good. The instant nav, it's a pretty clean 0. It's back small boy.
The dragon can fly though.
Assuming
It's not
the
a super tall tower. That's what Feinberg needs here. I think Infume very confident with the zeros. He could
Can
kick
we
Feinberg
push to
out.
95?
Okay.
We are. We're pushing to 95. With plenty of
Gets
time
it
to
off.
spare, gets there. The dragon doesn't fly. Feinberg's in the portal room now, but it doesn't matter if Infume finishes us off with the 0. And there it
Wow,
is.
beautiful 0.
Infume winning on the 4th seed to knock Feinberg back to the booth. And that's going to be a dominant performance from Infume after the
Look at
3rd
him
seed.
shaking. He's
Very
so
happy
excited.
to get to the
Nice
next
work,
round of
Infume.
playoffs. Oh my goodness. What a comeback.
Oh,
From
he's so
last
excited.
season.
He's so excited. Good work.
Wow.
Great matchup. Phenomenal 0 there at the end. That was a really good match, Curry. We were back
That
and
was a
forth,
really
making
good
up time
match.
here, losing time there. Feinberg, that terrain to stronghold on that last match, that was really well played from Feinberg. Almost
That
gave
was
him the time he
exactly
needed, but Infume locked it out.
That was exactly what Feinberg needed, but then just the nav not getting a great spike, losing the 50-50 on where to go when you're just not getting a spike, and it just ended up being a great performance from Infume. I honestly think both runners played incredibly well. Besides that, like, first seed death from Feinberg, like, the quality in these matchups were really high. I mean, all these seeds were incredibly fast. This 901 is the slowest out of all of them, and it was just such a back and forth, and this seed was not easy as well. So just really great performances from both runners, and I'm excited to now see what Infume can do now that he's out of the first round in his 2nd ranked playoffs ever.
100%. And, oh, I forgot about this. Even on the YouTube thing, we're probably going to get a commentary video from Infume. Sorry,
That's
I'm
true.
just like excited. This is going to be great.
That's
This is gonna be
great. That's great. More YouTube content in MCSR. We'd love to see that. Amazing. We're also going to hop in very shortly once we get it set up with an interview with Infume. So very excited about that to see what Infume has to say. I mean, I'm sure he's elated. Infume, welcome into the booth. Congratulations on making it out of the first round in your 2nd ranked playoffs. How are you feeling?
Dude, I'm like so shaky. I'm like, dude, it's just, it's so bad. It's so bad.
Hey,
my
you did
God, I'm
it though.
talking
You hit a
about-
clean
No,
0 at the
it's-
end there.
I know, dude. Oh my God. Did I lose time on the terrain nav in the last one?
Yes,
I
yes, you did.
definitely. Oh yeah, no, of course it did.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I mean, it wasn't like you took horrible terrain or anything. Feinberg just took like the perfect god terrain. It was the only thing that kept him in the game in that
was it
endgame.
was it low? Was it low with the better
yeah,
like
he
low
went low,
right?
he went low.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I figured that makes sense.
Yeah.
Dude, oh my God, dude, oh my God, I entered struggled on that one because like I knew I'd be ahead, and I was just like, please be easy nav, please be easy nav, and there's no spike, and I was just
Yeah.
like, fuck it, whatever. Nav king this shit, as my goat Poundy told me. Just nav king that.
Shout out Poundy.
Mid,
that's gonna be the only time
only
Poundy's ever
mid
mentioned on the ranked
never
broadcast.
fails.
Oh my goodness. I mean, yeah, that's what we were saying at the end there. Like, you both just didn't get a spike. You both had the 50-50 and you just hit it, and it ended up working out. You put yourself in a position where you just are able to win that seed. I mean, talk to me about, like, all of these seeds were really fast. I mean, this was the slowest one at 901. Like, Fine got a 723 on the 1 seed you lost. Like, do you think these super fast seeds played more into your advantage? Or do you think that's something where you prefer, like, more of those, like, weird 10, 11 minute, like, crazy bad seeds?
I mean, I think honestly, I think I'm good either way, honestly, because I think with those fast seeds, it's just about being confident in your decision making, and I think I honestly, I probably am less confident in those types of seeds because there's less variance with the decision making. Like I know it's very linear, so like I think I could still do better in the decision making, but it's less variance. And with like those slower seeds, I am more confident that like I'll make like there's a lot more choices to make, so there's a lot more variance from runner to runner.
Yeah.
How are
absolutely.
you feeling like mentally over this whole like matchup? Like starting it, I know like last season you didn't do as well as you wanted. Was that affecting your mental going in here? Were you fine? I know we were talking about Darby. He was feeling like having fun with it. Were you stressed out? Did you feel like you had expectations? Because you clearly played well here, and you have the stats and you have the skills to make it really far in playoffs.
I mean, dude, it's like honestly, it's like weird because like
Mhm.
I remember, like I swear, my gut is always right on like how I feel before it starts. Because I remember
Mhm.
like in the last night and like this morning, it's just like I'm like I was confident I was gonna win, and I won. But like last playoffs, I had like there's like a gut feeling. It's like you're gonna lose, and Simply's
Really?
another regionals. It was like a gut feeling. Oh, I'm gonna lose. It's like I just like I don't know. It's so weird. I don't know. Maybe there's honestly probably some psychological thing I could do better with, but like it's yeah. I mean, I think it also helped. I felt on the first seed the start of that. I felt good. And then it was like I started crafting and I noticed I was like obviously I'm watching my mechanics. It's just like, oh, I'm a little shakier than I thought I would be and I would like to be. But it was just I think it also helped like kind of playing against Feinberg and doing our bread basket type games. Like it helps like
Yeah,
it feels a lot more relaxed and kind of helps me with that a bit as well.
that's good.
I mean, yeah,
And what is
that's
your gut
absolutely
saying now?
Dude, I
For
didn't think
these upcoming matches.
dude, I don't know, bro. I've like,
Fair
dude,
enough.
the
Yeah,
last
you
time
don't
I
need to
played
know.
a tourney and I got this far, I haven't gotten this far in a tourney like this in like 3 or 4 years. So it's like, I'm not prepared for what's next. And I know I need to because I'm going against Loki. So it's just cooked. So it's okay.
Listen, I mean, someone's got to take him down. Why not you? You know, someone's got to do it.
True.
It could be you. You played really good today. Any closing thoughts? You're the last interview. Any like ranked playoffs, season 8, weekend 1 done. What are you gonna do for this next week to prepare against Loki?
Dude, I don't even know, man. I might have to go to the bathroom after this, and then I'll think about it. But like, dude,
You know,
I don't know.
That's right.
you go do that. Thanks for sharing that with the booth and the thousands of people watching. Really appreciate that.
Also, my mom might be
Congratulations
watching.
on the
Hi,
victory.
mom.
Shout out Infume's mom if Infume's mom is watching. Yeah, I mean, great job today. You locked in. You did the job that you needed to do, and I'm excited to see what you do next weekend against Loki.
Congrats on the
Thank you,
win.
thank you.
Awesome. Well, Parker, that's going to wrap up our first weekend of ranked playoffs. We started with 16. We went down to 8. Let's have Oliver move us over to the bracket. Let's take a look. What do we got to look forward to for next weekend? We have Vstrad Hacks, Darby Aquacord, Infume Loki, Dugile Mungie. Parker, what stands out to you?
All of them. I can't, bro. I can't. The Darby line, I want to see him play. I really like how that match goes. I'm excited to see Hacks coming back into it after not playing for so long. Obviously, we have Infume versus Loki, like a crazy player against our number 2 seed who's just winning for the first time. And then we have Dugal and Mongi, who are just like 2 players that have been here a lot. I don't know. They've surely matched up a couple of times.
Yes, the last time they played, I think, was season 6, and Mungie lost 3-2, and it was really, really close.
So they're
It
just
was a
all
very,
good.
very
We're
close game.
whittling down to the top of the top, the cream of the crop. These are going to be even better matches than we've had this weekend, for
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, listen, we did have a lot of 3-0s, but we did see a lot of incredible Minecraft this weekend, and I'm very excited to be looking forward to next weekend where we're going to have even more Minecraft. We're going to be crowning the Season 8 ranked champion. I mean, personally, I'm super pumped for the rematch between Dugal and Mungie. I mean, I love the contrasting styles there. I love watching Mungie play in ranked playoffs. It's always just like the thing of like, this guy makes up 15 seconds somewhere. How? I'm
Yep, Magic
super
Monkey.
invested in the Darby storyline after today. I mean, Aquacord beating Silver. We have so many storylines that we can talk about going into next weekend. And I think that's the best thing that we could have asked for after all of the games this weekend.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Oliver, put us back on the screen. Let's wrap it up here. I mean, shout out to all the people that make this happen. Shout out to Parker. Shout out to the other commentators, Nerdy and Feinberg. Shout out to
And
Feinberg for
Curryway.
always playing, putting up a prize pool, and commentating the trifecta. Of course, shout out the refs making these games happen. Shout out all the phenomenal editors helping with the videos that we get to show you so the intermissions are not as boring. Shout out Oliver. I think Oliver has maybe slept for 2 hours in the last 48 hours. Like, I don't know how Oliver is even alive right now,
Yeah,
quite
go get some
frankly.
sleep after this,
Shout
Oliver,
out
please.
Fulham for locking in. We didn't get to see a lot of Fulham this weekend, but we got to see him do the commentary for the show match. That was awesome. Hopefully we'll get to see more Fulham next season because unfortunately we will not be with Fulham for this next upcoming weekend. So it'll be a little bit of a loss, but we will move on. We will persevere for Fulham. And shout out everyone else who's making this happen. I'm sure I'm forgetting a myriad of people, but just also shout out all the runners for playing, giving it their best. I'm really, really, really happy that we all get to be a part of this, have some amazing Minecraft gameplay, and I'm great to have it happen again next weekend, Parker. We'll be back.
Yes, sir.
It'll be
Yes,
so much
sir.
fun.